Wow, the season's over just like that, man. The season's over just like that. It was 2 months ago, 8 weeks ago.
Doesn't
We
feel like it.
sat
Went too
down
fast.
and watched season 3, episode 1. What the hell? And we were so excited. 2-year break from this show, and we got it back. We got season 3. We're all so hyped. The trailers made it look like it's gonna be the most spectacular Star Wars thing ever. And then we got it, and now it's over. Well, that finale was,
A
overwhelming to say
finale.
the least. It was a finale. It feels like a finale for this show, and we'll get into all our reasons in just a bit. But wow, I don't know what to say. Welcome back to the Movie Pod, guys. My name's Isaac, and I'm joined by our co-host Joseph. How you going on this Wednesday night, Joseph?
A slew of feelings, I reckon.
Me too, bro.
A good bunch.
Don't know how to express my feelings right now. I still have butterflies in my stomach. I can feel them. But we just watched the Mandalorian season 3 finale, episode 8, chapter 24, The Return. Now season 2 finale was titled The Rescue. Obviously, Luke Skywalker coming to rescue Grogu and whatnot. Of course, say it right now, that finale was better than this finale. Well,
I think that might be one of the best finales in Star Wars.
Yeah, bro.
Argue to say.
I say the best finale in Star Wars is Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back.
Okay, best TV finale.
Best TV finale.
Best season finale for it.
Yeah. The Clone Wars,
Star Wars show.
Clone Wars is good. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the finale of season 3, and definitely not up there. It was a good finale, but I don't know how this review is gonna go because I loved the episode, but I hated this season.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get into our review of the season, of the episode 8, the finale. Joseph, your first thoughts. I'm gonna try to gather mine.
Oof. Yeah. My first thoughts was, it started strong. It started quick. It did not linger.
Yeah.
And I really liked that. I did. I thought that it was a good way to start it, considering the rest of the season was very slow.
Yeah.
We start off with Din getting carried away by 2 guards.
Guards that arrested him in the end of the last episode, which is 7.
And then he ends up fighting them off. It's a good little bad. I feel like Din this season has been very quiet, but this episode, obviously, his finale, he's going to be much more prominent. But I really felt like he went ham this episode. He went ham.
He did. He even said to Grogu, "It's time we fight." He says something
yeah.
Like, it's time we fight. And
no more running.
No more running. I like that. It got me nervous because obviously I can say this now. There were leaks. Din was getting killed off. They were killing Din. They were killing Pedro Pascal's character, Din Djarin, Mandalorian himself. They were killing him and replacing him with Bo-Katan as the head of this show. Obviously, that didn't happen. I'm gonna jump forward here. Moff Gideon is the one that died.
Yes.
But in Star Wars, no one's ever really gone.
Indeed.
No one's ever really gone. They're not dead unless you see them dead. Obviously, everyone watching, you've already watched the episode, so I don't want to do a breakdown. I just want to get into big points of this episode, and then we'll kind of give a review on the season, how we felt about the season, and where we think the show's going to go moving forward. So that's the structure we'll go for this episode of the Movie Pod. But obviously, the big thing, Gideon's dead. Gideon also cloned himself. Now this changes the whole storyline, dude. This changes so many theories. This changes the whole storyline going forward. This changes the whole freaking thing. So, we all thought Gideon was getting Grogu's blood to help with the cloning of Palpatine. That was the obvious thing, right? No. Gideon wanted Grogu's blood so he could clone himself to be Force sensitive. Now, at the start of the episode when Din fought off the Storm Mandalorian kind of people, the Stormtrooper Mandalorian guards, he was walking to Gideon's office, right? And when he's walking through, the red things we see in the previous episode, kind of like the Phantom Menace feel in the Duel of the Fates fight. And
yeah, had me worried.
It did, but I'm like, yeah, we enjoyed
Because
saying this in our watch party. Who died in that fight? Qui-Gon Jinn. He was the master. He was the master. He was the master of his Padawan, of his apprentice Obi-Wan Kenobi. Din is kind of, in a way, the master. He is the master, not in Jedi terms, but he's the master of Grogu. Grogu's his apprentice, and
yes, they
it's
even
like,
say apprentice at the end of the episode. They said,
as George Lucas says, it's like poetry. It rhymes, and so
yep.
I'm like, oh shit, it's gonna happen. Din, but he didn't. He walks through them, and he looks to his left and right, and there's fucking Gideon clones. There's Gideon clones. Wow, that was crazy, but.
Wow, indeed.
It did, dude.
There was about 8 of them.
There was
maybe more, maybe 10
8.
of them.
There was about 10 or 8. Yeah, there was a few of them, to say the least. But Din destroys them all. And when Gideon finds out, he is pissed, and he says, "I'll finally learn how to clone myself and give myself a version of me, Force abilities, something I have never had. The Force, obviously from Grogu's blood."
Something I wanted to point out was. So, yes, we know that Din destroys him. Or two things. He destroys him, and it's kind of like a reveal where it's Grogu's looking at them. They kind of wake up a little, and then they all get destroyed. It's a very fast thing that happens. Yeah. But then, but it's in a 20-minute span of us seeing those and then Moff dying. I feel like I feel like they can bring Moff back pretty easily.
I reckon
through a clone.
There could be a clone still around. A clone
there has survive.
To be the clone that's force sensitive. I don't think they were all force sensitive. He would have done millions of takes. Obviously, from Dr. Pershing, is the guy that would have cloned him. I reckon the force.
I think Moff's not
survived. And what if then Thrawn and that version of Gideon work together, and then that's the big endgame battle in Dave's movie? I don't know. But it was Moff's death. So Axe Wolves was flying in, and he was going to take out the Imperial base, which he did. He flew in with the Imperial Star Cruiser ship that was in flames. Flew into the Imperial base. Gideon's on there, Bo-Katan's on there, Din's on there, and Grogu's on there. I was freaking out. I'm like, I knew they wouldn't kill Grogu, so I'm like, they're killing them all. Bo, Din, and Moff, Gideon. But obviously, Gideon dies. Well, as right now we think he's dead. The flames. Grogu used his force powers to protect Din and Bo. Oh, it was amazing to see.
Amazing.
It was really
amazing scene.
Really nice. It was really emotional to see Grogu use. What even is that force power? Like force protect kind of.
Force shield.
Force shield. That's the word. Force shield. What's his name uses it in Fallen Order? What's her name? Sia. In Fallen Order. When Vader's there. It was cool. So obviously Grogu's a lot more developed, and so Yoda started training Jedi at 100 years old. Grogu's now around 53. Do their species have a massive growth spurt? Is Grogu late to the game? Like, what's up? I don't know. I think maybe he could have a massive growth spurt.
Yeah, I think it has. Obviously, his force powers have a lot to do with him not having constant training. That's definitely something.
Grogu is.
But for his size, I think the next time we see him, maybe not the next time, but if we get a big time jump at some point, we will see him. Yeah, if we get a big time jump between season now and season 4, I think if it's like a 10-year gap, he's going to be a lot bigger and he's going to be talking.
I've been thinking about this, and I'm like, thinking about what season 4 could be. I think there's going to be a pretty big time jump from
so do
this one. Or season 4 is focused on Bo-Katan rebuilding Mandalore, rebuilding the Darksaber. They destroyed the Darksaber. Gideon broke the Darksaber. I was pretty pissed off because I'm like, that's been an ancient weapon for centuries, dude. Thousands of years. And it broke like that. That's pretty pathetic.
I think it also wants to show the strength of Moff Gideon, though. Obviously, it was the suit, yes, but
this episode had very high tension with Gideon. Like,
Yeah, I think every like 2 minutes we're like, no, they're gonna die. No, they're gonna die.
it
No,
was
they're gonna die.
scary, man.
So we went from like Mando gonna die, Bo's gonna die, Axe is gonna die.
Yeah.
Um,
And then Gideon's the one that died in the end.
yeah, and then Gideon's the one that
Should have
died in
seen
the
it
end.
really coming, dude. The bad guy. I don't know, dude. I liked the episode. I didn't like the season. Worst season of The Mandalorian so far. I'm excited for season 4.
Easily, by far.
Season 4, the script's done. John Favreau's wrote it. I don't know if he's gonna pass it on to now Rick, who directed this episode, and
Very good
give
job
the
by
show
Rick
to
again.
him.
Rick's episodes are usually
They give the show to him because
pretty
he's
good.
also an executive producer on the show. I
feel like if anybody, he deserves it the most.
It's all been fake, and John Favreau is not leaving Lucas, like not leaving the Mandalorian. Obviously
Yeah.
didn't die, so Pedro is still there.
Thank God.
You were right, bro.
God.
I'm pretty sure they, Pedro and John sorted out their little arguments, as mature people.
Yeah.
Especially, and they didn't want
They
their
wouldn't
personal
ruin it.
problems get in the way of this very successful show.
Yeah.
And we didn't see
They
Pedro's...
both understand the significance of the Mandalorian in Star Wars and as a fan base, and they wouldn't put something like that in front of it, no
I
matter
don't
what it
think
was.
that would be no. We didn't see Pedro's face this season. So I don't think he recorded one. I don't think he was in the suit at all this season. Season 1 and 2, he's been in the suit. But I reckon this season it was all John Wayne, who was in the suit the whole time. And maybe because Pedro was busy filming The Last of Us, so he could
That's
only
what I was
do his
gonna say.
voice lines. That could be a thing. So what is season 4 also? Because The Last of Us season 2, or are we going to get Mando season 4 before that? I don't know. I don't know.
I assume we will, because HBO seem to be working on a lot of other things at the moment. They've confirmed the Harry Potter remake.
Yeah.
Again, HBO is just going hard. They don't like, fair play to them. Good on you, HBO.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of it, but good on you. I might like it. To be fair, I might like it.
Season 4 is starting filming in August, October, around then. August, September, October.
Time of Ahsoka.
So
It should be out late next year or early.
How long does it take to film a show?
25.
It takes June, July, August, September, October, November, December. It takes about 6 months to film a 8 episode television. Okay, let's say 6 months. They start in September. So that's October, November, December, January, February, March, April. They finish.
I think early 25.
Early 25 is we get the show. So they're gonna have nearly a 2-year gap again.
Yeah.
Not good. That was one of the show lost its charm after the 2 years. We waited 2 years for this show. The trailers
Early 25. It could be late. Could be late 24.
That would be pushing it.
It would be pushing it.
25 is the movie.
That's why I think they'd want to put it 24. Give it to us before the movie.
That's Ray movie, so who gives a shit?
Yeah, but they want something good to go into it. It depends. We'll have to see.
The Ray movie will be December, so if they give us early 25, it'll
be fine.
It won't make a difference. Yeah. I don't know, dude. That episode was cool. It was good. It was seeing Grogu, progress. The ending now. Let's talk about the ending. It all happens. It happens very fast. That episode. It was very.
It does.
Overwhelming, and the ending. It looks like it was a little time jump because some things seem to be rebuilt. I don't know.
Yes.
I can't work that out. I'm gonna rewatch the episode tonight. But the armorer is with Bo-Katan, and they have got the broken darksaber, and they've put it on fire, and they light up. They restore Mandalore officially. They've officially retaken Mandalore. Very cool, very cool. All the Mandalorians are shouting. What are they shouting? This is the way, or we are Mandalore.
Oh, for Mandalore.
For Mandalore. For Mandalore. For Mandalore. For Mandalore. And that was cool.
Quickly. We were wrong. At least so far.
We were wrong.
We thought that the armorer was a spy.
She's not.
And then at the end, we also thought that Axe was a spy. We were wrong there too.
When he was
Thank
like,
God.
flying
He actually had. I feel like he had such a. he he's been one of the standouts of the season for me. I feel,
And he's
only
in
been in like 3 episodes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude. Yeah,
I thought he's had a great like. I really like him.
barely got. I would say he only had like what 10 minutes of screen time after that this whole season. So that's
Yeah,
a
but I don't know,
statement.
something about
That's
him.
a
He
statement.
just
Yeah, dude. That's a statement for
obviously he's a
sure.
pre-existing character, but yeah, it is. It's worrying that yeah, and then just my problem with the season, they're giving us so many characters, but they're not fulfilling many of them. And yes, like Axe, he's a good one. Paz, he had his own little spark there,
Oh,
but
dude.
I feel like
Yeah.
they focused on so many more characters,
But
but
they
didn't
didn't
give
even
us enough of those
address
characters.
Paz in this episode, did they?
Yeah, no, they didn't.
Maybe at
But
the start.
like, yeah, they give us those two, but every other character I feel like just didn't get touched on enough. And especially Bo. It was Bo's season, which
For
is
sure.
fine.
I
Everybody
like
loves
Bo.
Bo.
I like Bo. I like her a lot now. She's definitely my favorite female character in Star Wars. I would say still. Um, but that ending, yeah, that we get that, and it's cool. It's cool. And then we see Paz's kid. So that's where that was Paz's kid, eh?
Yes, yeah, it was.
We see Paz's kid
It was when they
again,
were inducting at the
doing
start of the
another
season.
inducting, of into the Mandalorian race. And Grogu and Din walk in, and Din demands Grogu is part of the way, gets baptized into the Mandalorian culture. Amra won't allow it. She says he's not old enough to talk the way, to say the way, so he can't do it unless he gets permission
They
from his
really
parents.
baited us.
Oh, dude. Oh, the tension
They
Grogu was about
really
to
baited
talk.
us there.
He's this close, I'm telling you now.
100%.
Amra says unless
Next time we see him, he's going to say something. It's going to be something like casual. He's just going to say something casual, and we're just going to be like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. The armorer says unless they get permission from Grogu's parents to, allow him to take part in the Mandalorian culture, but obviously his parents are probably dead. Who? And then Din says, "I'll adopt him." Din adopted Grogu. Grogu is now Din Grogu. I didn't understand that. Wouldn't it be Grogu?
I assume. No, I assume it's because Din would be his family name. They just say Din first.
But it's Din Djarin. Grogu Djarin?
Yeah, Djarin would be his main name.
What?
Some cultures have their last name first.
Right. Djarin Din. Alright. So yeah, it's Din Grogu now, guys. Din Grogu. Wikipedia, get on and
Din's
update
like a
your
title.
site, mate. Update your site. It's Din Grogu now, not Grogu. Wow, the freaking he's had so many names, bro. The baby Yoda to the child to Grogu to Din Grogu. That
yeah,
was very
no one's gonna
cool.
call him Din Grogu. He's just gonna be Grogu still.
I'm like, give him a helmet, but I understand he's way too little to carry a big metal helmet on his head. Best guy helmet.
Yeah.
This is
he's got the chest piece though.
He's got the chest
Remember
piece.
the armor
He's
gave him the
got
chest
the
piece?
chest piece. He's also got armor underneath his robe thingies. That was very cool. Now Grogu is now a Mandalorian. Oh my god. Grogu's a Mandalorian now. Officially, he is the son of Din Djarin, the Mandalorian himself. Grogu looks into the water at the reflection of himself. And then we travel through the water and we see the mythosaur, which got nothing used all season. It was just like a bait and switch thing. I don't know. But I think he was connecting with it. I think he was using beast control and using the force to connect with the mythosaur. Grogu will ride the mythosaur.
100%.
He's gonna be
best buddies.
He's gonna be a Mandalorian Jedi. He's gonna be the ruler of Mandalore one day. The Darksaber is non-existent. Are they gonna rebuild that? So many questions coming off, but the ending of this season felt like the end to the show. It did. You had Din and Grogu living peacefully once and for all in their own little home. You have Grogu playing with his little frogs once and for all. No one stopping him. And then you get a weird Star Wars transition where the screen goes black and you only can see Grogu's face, like a circle of Grogu's face. He playing with the frog, and then it cuts out. It felt like a real ending, dude. like a real ending. But obviously,
Well, this is what I mean. I think what this, I think it's the Moff Gideon trilogy.
huh? Oh
That's
wait,
what I think
season
this
one, two,
is.
three, and that's closing it
Season 1 to 3
off.
is the Moff Gideon trilogy.
But isn't it weird? Every
That's
season we only got Moff Gideon at the end,
that's what I mean. It's the Moff Gideon trilogy.
and what
We're gonna find our
season?
next big bad.
As I said, season 4 is. Is it going to be Bo's season? Is it Grogu and Din still bounty hunting? Now bounty hunters now, and they want to work for the New Republic and track down Imperials.
Yeah. So I feel like this season
Wow.
was kind of it's a reset. It's closing this whole story.
This storyline. I gotcha. Yeah, dude, that makes sense.
That's how I see it.
I would rather the
It's closing
Mandalorian.
up.
I honestly would rather the Mandalorian as just its own show. It's obviously the leader of all these big shows in the Mandoverse and the Filoniverse. I wish it would be its own show and have its own storylines, but obviously now it's gonna lead into the big movie in 2026 with Dave Filoni. Um, Ahsoka show seems like it's gonna be its own for season 1. Skeleton Crew. I don't know, bro. It's interesting to see where it's gonna go forward.
Yeah.
Um,
I do agree. I think Ahsoka's going to be its own thing. It's not going to touch on anybody. Maybe at the end,
season
where we get like
1,
a small little snippet of
so
like somebody.
when I
But
say when it's going to be in its own, it's obviously Thrawn, which is going to connect to the big movie. So that aspect.
yeah,
But like the Ahsoka storyline, the first 4 episodes is going to see her escaping Malachor, and then the next 4 episodes are probably going to be her and Sabine going off to find Ezra and Thrawn, and then season 2 will link back into
smash.
it all. Yeah, bro. Season 2 will link. Season 2 of Ahsoka will link back into the Mandalorian, link into Skeleton Crew, which all together link into Dave Filoni's big movie.
Yeah.
I think so. You know, I'm hyped to see where it's all going to go forward. I am. You know, obviously, we'll do a lot more episodes because now we're dead. I literally, the host of the movie pod up me, I don't know what episodes to do moving forward until I don't know. We got Guardians in a few weeks, but that's going to be one episode unless, you know, like, so guys, please comment down below what episode you want us to see. I mean, we do have a lot of old series we have to go back and complete, such as Arcade produces the best movies. We'll catch up on our Road to Fast X. We'll catch up on all those. You know, I'll definitely make a lot of episodes talking about where the show is going to go forward. I will. I'll probably we could make 3 or 5 episodes talking about more where it's all going to lead.
Predictions.
But you know, it's definitely going in a direction I did not think of. This whole season, definitely like this finale, Gideon cloning himself. You know, nothing to do with powers.
Pretty crazy.
Do you think Palpatine is currently his vessel is currently on Exegol in a clone body that's sitting there? Do you reckon he's
Just chilling out,
breathing?
just having a good time.
Do you think so, dude?
Yeah, he's just Netflix and chilling, bro.
He would have to. It just obviously. So wow, this season we really thought that it would be starting to go into the sequels, but not yet, which is a good thing.
Not yet, apparently.
It
No.
felt like an ending. It did. We talked about we talk. What do you rate this episode? I know we said at the end of our watch party, but I'll ask you again. What do you rate this episode? About an hour since.
I'd give it about an 8. I think it's safe. I think
the episode
it gives us a lot.
8. I give the episode an 8. It should have been longer. It was very quick and very overwhelming. It happened way too fast. The season, however,
Yeah.
I'm very annoyed at the season. I give it a 6 out of 10.
Bro, I give the season a 4. 4.5, I reckon.
That says something, bro.
It does.
It's bad. You know, season 1 and 2 are miracle, bro. It was so, you know, Star Wars was back, especially with season 1. That was so. Season 1, I remember back in 2019, right before the Rise of Skywalker came back, bro. It was crazy, and then 2020, we're in the pandemic, and we get some Star Wars. We're all at home, and we freaking get that masterpiece of a season. And now it's 2 years later. They had a 2-year gap, which was a big mistake. I feel like the magic from the show's gone. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't know. When we get more of our thoughts together, we'll make some more episodes. But that's our review of the finale. The show moving forward, I think maybe they're gonna take another two-year gap just because they kind of have to now. They can't.
Yeah.
If they start filming in October, September, they kind of like have. They just don't rush it. Right. We got Survivor in less than 10 days now. In 9 days, next Friday. So
And
that's
the closer and closer that gets, I get excited for that game.
I need to pre-order it.
Oh, I already have, G.
Yeah, I know.
I'm good. I'm waiting.
I've been delaying me pre-ordering. I'll pre-order it soon. Deluxe edition, of course. We got that.
Yep.
We've got May 4, I believe we're going to get a Skeleton Crew trailer. We got apparently we're getting a Fast and Furious 10 trailer tomorrow, so we'll do our breakdown when we can, sometimes this week. There's Visions on May 4. There's Young Jedi Adventures on May 4. Don't expect reviews and watch parties
From Isaac, because I'm gonna watch Young
Yeah.
Jedi.
Yeah. What else we got? We got Secret Invasion. You're not hyped for that in June.
No, not really. I love Samuel L. Jackson, and I love
yeah, Nick Fury.
I love Nick Fury, but I'm just not feeling today.
That's fair. We got Guardians in a few weeks. This
Yeah.
that. But yeah, we still have things to do. It's gonna be a lot more quiet, which is kind of better because I'm currently
More mellow.
at school.
Easier.
And, it's not going great. Schoolwork is grade 11. Fuck, dude. Anyway, yeah, guys, we'll see you in probably tomorrow's episode of the Movie Pod. Fast and Furious trailer breakdown thingy, been jiggy, and then maybe Friday we'll try to get some episodes consistently. We might maybe every Wednesday we might just do a Mandalorian episode for the next 2 years until we lead back into season 4. Might as well. Yeah. So we keep the hype. No, but we'll. I actually think for like 4 more weeks we might do an episode every Wednesday talk about Mando. So expect that. Expect normal movie pod content to come back. Anyway, guys.
Yeah.
It was a fun season. It was really on and off. We had many emotions, and it's over. Next up for Star Wars is Ahsoka in 4 months' time. So now the road for that begins. Bro, we're already 4 months in 2023. That went quick. So if
it did go quick.
If those 4 months are gonna go quick again, then we're already in Ahsoka. Trust me. We'll be watching it before you know it. Trust me, bro. We'll be clicking that play button before we know it. Counting down 3, 2, 1. Click it before we all know it. I can't wait. I'm still excited for Star Wars moving forward. I don't think I'm ever not gonna be excited for Star Wars moving forward. This season was, we said it all, but let us know what you thought of the season. Let us know what episodes of the Movie Pod you want to see us do. Any movie reviews you want to see us do. But anyway, guys, we'll see you in the next episode, probably tomorrow. Fast X Trailer 2 Breakdown. Anyway, guys, we'll catch you all later. Thanks for, tuning into all the watch parties for Mando. It was all fun, but trust me, we're not moving away from Mando quite yet. So, still more episodes to come. Alrighty, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.